Hey, what's up? This is Heath and
Ernie.
we are coming to you live and direct from Fort Wiggins. We have 3 points that we want to take, that we want to address.
What's that? 3D?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have 3 points that we want to talk about from the boot camp.
Yeah.
As you know, we had a great, fabulous boot camp this weekend. They were dating and engaged couples. So we had 3 points that we wanted to share with you real quick because we thought that it would be good for you to know what are the kind of stuff that you get at the boot camp. And this actually will help your relationship so that you can get a heads up on fixing some of these things or addressing some of these things. Okay, so the first one was, what's the first one?
The first one was about...
Look at your phone.
My phone went black, but I remember it's about valuing each other's input. Something about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had a couple of couples that were working on this. I'll say they're working on it.
Yeah.
And the issue was and this is from the male and female perspective, when you feel like you know all the information, or you got something handled, or you got this, or you don't need your mate's help trying to figure out what to do, but your mate tries to be helpful and gives you input that you don't feel that you need.
And you're not listening to.
Right. And you'd be like,
I got this.
Or you just ignore them, or you're like,
leave me alone. I mean, okay, all right, I heard you, dang.
If you are doing that, what that's saying in effect is that the input that your mate is trying to provide for you as help and assistance is not warranted. And you're really shutting them down. You're really suppressing who they are. And I know that's not your intent, but what we recommend that you do is try to learn how to be affirming of their input, even though you feel you don't need it. So, like, let's say, for instance, if Bernie's telling me something that I feel like,
okay, I don't really feel like listening to it right now because I understand everything that she's trying to explain to me because I know it already.
Or she feels like,
okay, you said this before, and I don't feel like listening to him because he talks too much, and I'm kind of trying to listen to him.
Instead of being like,
okay, shut up, I got it, figure it, okay, leave me alone.
You just be like,
thank you for that information.
And you just sit there and you just take it, because it's better to be accepting of your mate's input and who they are than to shut them down and make them feel like what they're providing to you is not valuable and not wanted. And that causes a whole bunch of other things that couples go through, like, a feeling of like I'm being suppressed, feeling like I'm trying to be controlled, feeling like my input in your life is not wanted unless you want it. Like, all I can do, I can talk when you say talk and do the things that you only want me to do.
Right. Plus, you could be missing out on some idea or something that you haven't thought of, because as you know the saying, we are usually mates are completely opposite. So you have ideas and ways and things that that I don't have, and I have things that you don't have, and so we're here to enhance and help each other. So if you're shutting that down, you're missing out on some things that could be helpful to your idea, your plan, your vision, whatever, that could make it grow or make it better or not. But you don't want to kill that because you could be missing out on something. And
you don't want to squelch your mate's spirit because of you feeling like you know everything. If you knew everything, then you would never ask for input or ask a question, and that's not a relationship. That's not how you build relationships.
Be single and know everything, and then you don't have to worry about it. You could do what you want.
That's an option.
If you're not a planner, you should still come up with some ideas and initiate some type of ideas, even if you're not the planner.
Yeah, this was a very good point. In most relationships, you have somebody who's a planner and somebody who's not the planner. I'm the planner.
I'm not the planner.
She's not the planner.
He's the planner.
And so those roles need to be clearly identified. Well, I guess you can learn them over time, but they need to be clearly operated in.
They're gonna come out.
Yes, they're gonna come out. But you need to be clear. You need to clearly operate in those roles. Just like you need roles, defined roles within a relationship for who does what and who's responsible for what.
Right.
There is a person who is better at planning, and that person needs to be responsible for the planning.
Right.
And sometimes what happens, especially in the relationship where the woman is the planner and the man is not, the woman sometimes feels like,
I'm doing too much. Why do I always gotta come up with a plan?
Come up with everything, the ideas, the vision, the plan. Can you come up with something?
Can you do something? Can you help me out, please?
Please.
You supposed to be the man of the house.
What?
You supposed to be the leader. How come you never got a plan?
so that is sometimes what
The
woman feels
if she's the planner.
if she's the planner.
Yes.
And so what we are recommending is that if you are not the planner,
And you're the man.
okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were going there yet.
Well, I was just in general.
Okay,
But
in general.
Yeah, because it applies for men and women.
Okay.
If you are not the planner, be involved in the process of coming
That's true.
up
It's
with
either or.
what is going to be done.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to plan how it's going to be done, because if you're not the planner, your plans probably are not as good as the planner's plans.
They're not.
But the planner needs some help and some input from you so that they can come up with the best plan for whatever it is you're going to do. And it also gives you, especially if you're the man, it also gives you the opportunity to set the course and provide some type of leadership in the family or in the relationship as to what direction, what trajectory we're going to take. What is most frustrating in our experience of working with couples is when a man asks the woman on all fronts,
What do you think? Or what do you think we should do? Where do you think we should go? Or whatever you think is best, honey. I don't care. Just tell me what I just paid for it.
that's frustrating to a woman, because she feels like,
Now, what are you here for? How come I'm coming up with all these ideas and all the suggestions?
so, sir, man, if you are not the planner, it's okay for you to not be the planner.
Right.
And woman, if your man's not the planner, don't be mad at him because he's not a planner like you.
Or try to make him be the planner.
Right.
Because you still won't be happy.
You still won't be happy.
But to help your frustrations and to stop you from with these expectations,
You want to make sure that you add some input into where we're going to go. If it's a vacation season coming up.
Honey, I think we should go to the Bahamas or we should go to Turks and Caicos. Which one do you think?
Well, blah, 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 blah. She'll have some ideas about where she thinks you should go. And then he's like, okay.
Hey, all right, so how do you think we should do that?
right.
Planner will kick in and the planner
Take
will
it.
just automatically start formulating everything. And you just sit there like,
That's a good plan. Okay, great. That's a great idea.
You
Good
know,
job.
Remember like that time? I'm sorry.
go ahead.
For example, one of our anniversaries was like, what? We were trying to think of stuff to do, and we were looking up stuff. Well, you're the planner. But remember, I came up with, let's go on a boathouse.
Yes.
Now, I ain't know how we going to get on a boathouse. I know he like water, and I know he like boats. So I was
Yes.
like, let's go on a boathouse for
A
our
houseboat.
anniversary. Oh, see? Houseboat. I ain't know what it's called. But
Yeah.
I looked it up. I came across a houseboat. I knew he would love it. And I just brought that idea to him. Next thing I know,
Houseboat. Boom. Okay, it's there. Boom, we can leave. And it costs, if we go this time, it's going to be cheaper. And we can do this. And we
I
need to
can't
bring
do all-
this.
I
We need
can't
to go
do
to
all that.
Walmart before we go. And we need to do this, that, and that. Okay, boom. And this is how you get
Awesome.
there. And bam, houseboat bomb. I think it was 11th anniversary.
we had a good time.
We had a great time.
It was awesome.
Right. So come up with a plan. Let the planner do the planning, but non-planners need to be involved in the decision about where we go, what you do, what activities are going to be done, and let the planner run the things.
And what I want to stress to non-planners like me, the planner always wants you to initiate something
Right.
in something. I
Right.
mean, because even when Heath is a planner, he would like me to initiate
Please,
some
Lord
idea
Jesus.
about a date night, about anything. He's always looking
Please,
for my
Sir
input.
Jesus. Would you, Lord?
He's always looking
Won't he
for
will.
my input. So I try
Come
to
by
think
here,
of
my
some
Lord. Come by here.
ideas that he might like and me, but you know.
Ikarabosha. Hey, ta, ta, ta.
Okay, that's enough. Make sure that you include your mate before you run off making decisions and stuff.
Man, that was a great observation.
That was a good activity that
It
they
was a
did.
great activity
A
that
lot
they
of
did.
things came out in that activity.
A lot
It
of
was
stuff came out.
hilarious, actually. Some of it.
We did a. I can't give it all away, but
No.
we created a we were in the woods and we created a area which it was about 30 by 30 feet wide, and it was a circle. And inside the circle, they had trees and branches and stuff. And what they had to do was get at resources and get things outside of the circle. And bring them into the circle and then navigate from point A to point B. That represented that resources and skills and stuff you bring outside the marriage, and then you bring them into the marriage, and how you use them together to formulate a plan or strategy for how you work together and so forth.
And they did it as a couple and then as a team.
Yes.
With all of them together, all the different couples.
Right. So what we noticed was there was a particular couple where as soon as we said, you gave the instructions, and we said, okay, now go. And then one of the persons was like, boom, they went gone up the hill, went grabbed a bunch of branches, leaves, and tires and stuff. And then she was like,
Oh, come on up here, I found some stuff.
and the guy was downstairs, down in the bottom of the hill, looking around and stuff. And I made a point to them that and they're engaged, so they're not married yet, so they haven't practiced this that much. When you're new in a relationship, or you're just starting out a relationship, or you're just getting married and stuff, you are so used to being you that it comes so natural that you don't think about it. You don't think about the things that you do instinctively, and then, oh, you have to like,
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. I'm with her, so let me think.
I'm here, hello.
Yeah, what does she want?
So one of the things that we encourage them to do, and we encourage you to do, is when you're new in a relationship, before you run off and start executing your decision making and your plan the way that you naturally do
As a single person.
Stop for a second and say,
Oh, what do you think we should do?
that's all you gotta do. Just give a quick plan, just touch base with, or
Do you have any ideas?
now let me put a caveat, because if you're the man and you're always saying this to the woman without, a plan of your own, she's gonna feel like,
Why do I always gotta come up with a plan?
Why do I need you?
so you should have a plan, or at least have some kind of idea of a plan,
Some kind of input.
or have thought about something, and just say,
Oh, before we get started, I had an idea, but what do you think first?
and that lets her know that you're thinking about me.
Something.
And it lets him know that you're not just out here running your own game plan without any consideration for his input, his thoughts, his feelings, or whatever, because that sometimes makes a man and a woman feel like they're not needed, or they have to push to get their point across. And that pushing may come with some emotion of feeling of neglect, and that's going to be like,
How come you always got, why don't you slow down? You see me down here trying to figure out this thing out by myself. Why don't you wait for me?
I mean, it could be a lot of different emotions that are attached to that, because a man or a woman feels like their input is not being respected or not being considered before you run off and start doing what you do. So before you run off, and I know it's a learning process, so that's why it was cute to see this couple do that, and I wanted to point it out to them, that to make sure that before you start doing you, make sure you do us first.
Then we have, it was did I mention how one of our clients was just amazing?
He was.
The way he stayed on those resources
Yeah.
and would not fall off. It was amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing.
Yes. If you're watching this, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
You, sir, are incredible. You are incredible. Your dexterity and your balance and agility was top notch.
Unbelievable.
You didn't want to fall, and you didn't. You willed it so, even though you were falling, but you said, I'm not going to do it, not in front of my girl and these people, I won't do it. And you made sure you did not fall, and you stayed the course. And I give you salute for that, good sir.
Props. Amazing.
Okay, y'all. So this is Heath and Bernie signing off. We have another boot camp that we got coming up for couples who are a blended family or going into their second marriage or are in their second marriage. You don't need to be married to participate, but please check that out.
I was going to say, hey, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page so we can get some followers and everything.
Yeah, we try and get our YouTube game up.
Yeah, and all the questions. I think this is question 20.
Question number 20.
So from 1 to 20 are on our YouTube page.
Check
and
them out.
So there's a whole bunch of information out there. So make sure you subscribe.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.